Hello everybody and welcome back. In today's episode I'm going to give you a short review of my new helmet, HJC DS-X1. Now before I start I have to mention two things. Why dual sport? Well, after I got V-Strom, I'm actually planning to go some off-roading this summer. And I thought, well, you know what, I need a helmet that I can remove the visor, put the goggles, have some fun. And this one in particular fit the bill. The second thing why I went with HJC DS-X1 is the fact that, you know what, I didn't want to break the bank. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And this one in particular cost $211 Canadian or 175, I think, US. So when it comes to price, I think it's pretty cheap. Now, I never owned dual sport helmets in the past, so this is my first one. And I'm not going to beat technical specs to that because all of that information is available online. You know, things like shell sizes, EPS liners, a whole bunch of different things. I'm going to be specifically talking about pros and cons, pluses and minuses, or what I think after about 450 kilometers on this helmet, what this helmet is all about. Now, let's start first with pluses. Number one, its price. I mean, $211, you can't beat that. You get a lot of bang for a buck, and I truly believe this particular helmet is supposed to be, I don't know, maybe around 250, 260 range. I got it in matte black. I didn't want to go with any design because that one actually cost about $230. So considering I'm a cheap bastard, I optioned for a regular color. Number two thing is fit and finish. I mean, the helmet is really well done, to be honest with you. Like, a paint is done pretty good. Considering how much it cost, you have a feeling that it's much more expensive. So after about a week, I really can't complain about actual interior of the helmet. It feels good. You know, the liner is nice and soft. So in that department, I'm totally fine. Now, I believe HJC DS-X1 runs half size small, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm medium, and I know my head. I'm intermediate oval, and this is intermediate oval. And all other helmets that I have, I'm medium. I tried this in size medium, and it's too small. And I'm not talking about it's kind of snug and, you know, it feels small. It actually, I have a pressure points on my head. So I decided to upsize, went with large, and large is absolutely beautiful. Now, don't take my word for it. You need to go out and try it out, see how it fits. So if you're in between medium and large, or I don't know, small and medium, I would recommend to go one size up, because once again, I had the pressure points, my head didn't feel good at all, and going with the size large did a trick for me. Third thing, what I like about it, of course, it's field of view. I mean, this thing is absolutely amazing. This wide aperture, you see everything basically on the sides, up and down, and it's really, really cool. I haven't noticed any distortion on this visor. It works pretty well. Now, I did actually receive, of course, that clear visor with the helmet, but I also spent $40 for dark smoke. So when it comes to visibility, this thing rocks. The other thing that I dig about this helmet is weight. This thing weighs about 1,800 grams, like 3 pounds and 8 or 9 ounces or something like that. But it feels much lighter, probably because the weight distribution is done properly. So it's not top heavy, it's not bottom heavy, the front doesn't pull you down or anything like that. So from that perspective, it works really, really well. It's for its size, this is again large. It feels pretty good. I have no complaints whatsoever. So let's talk about venting. There's two passive vents in the front. There's one big one, active, you can open and close it. And there are two basically on top of the helmet. So again, like they're active, you can close it and open it. Ventilation is actually not bad. I read some comments and people are saying, well, ventilation is really not that great. I'm not gonna say it's the best ventilation ever, but for $200 helmet, I think it's pretty decent. When you move around, when you're going like, I don't know, like 80, 90 kilometers per hour, even below that, you're gonna be totally fine. But if you're stuck in a traffic in a city, stop and go, it's hot, it's sunny, yeah, definitely you're gonna feel your head getting a little bit warm. Another thing that I like about this helmet, it's comm unit ready. So you have opening for speakers if you want to actually install Sina, Cardo, or any other communication device. And mounting, like let's say if you have a camera, it's very easy on the side of the helmet. So when it comes to usability and like electronics or some other like stuff that you want to install on this helmet, there's definitely enough space in there. So from that perspective, it's pretty good. As a matter of fact, I'm planning to install my Cardo unit tonight. I'm gonna let you know, basically how it goes, but I'm not actually, I'm not expecting any issues. So there we go, I'm doing kilometers per hour. Yeah, there's definitely noise, but it's actually not that bad. Now I have to remind you, I'm sitting behind this windscreen, which takes away probably, I don't know, 80% of all turbulence and like kind of a wind noise. But even if I stick my head above it, it's actually not that bad. So overall, when it comes to noise levels, I think DS-X1, it's pretty darn good. There's that big, huge opening right in front. There's a sun peak, which actually causes some sort of a turbulence, of course. And then you have a tons of wind gushing in on the bottom of the helmet. If you install that chin curtain, is better. But considering the characteristics, the shape of it, I think it's pretty darn good. Now let's talk about stuff that I'm not crazy about. Not that I hate about a helmet, because I just have it for about a week, but things that I found that HJC could do a little bit better. Well, first is fogging on this helmet. I know I read a comment, people said, yeah, this helmet fogs a lot. I was riding this during the day, in the morning, and at night, and I gotta confirm, yes, it does actually fog. So the visor itself, especially in the morning hours, so when it's kind of cool and humid, you're gonna see condensation inside. So this is the reason why I got pin lock anti-fog insert, and I will highly recommend for anybody who is getting this lid, get that stuff right away, because trust me, you're gonna need it. The second complaint about this helmet is this sun peak here. The problem with it is that it doesn't go far enough. Actually, it doesn't go down enough. So you can actually adjust it. You can go back and forth. And if you do off-roading, you can put it all the way up, which will be really, really cool. But if you spend a lot of hours on the highway, traveling like, I don't know, like 70, 80 miles per hour, 120, 130 kilometers per hour, this thing, it's stable. Not a problem actually with any type of like vibration or anything like that. But if you use this to block the sun, it doesn't really go down enough. So I'm gonna try to drill, additional hole on that plastic part. We'll see how that one goes, because even if I can move it literally half an inch lower, I think it's gonna be totally fine. HJC, if you're here, try to actually bring this thing down a little bit more, because it will help it will help a lot. I forgot to mention, in the plus side, actually this helmet, it's pretty stable at high speeds. Traveling on a highway, you're not gonna feel any vibration. It's really solid. So considering that you have this big, huge sun beak like right on top of the helmet, it feels solid. So when it comes to stability, when it comes to comfort on a long rides, on a highway rides, it's really, really decent. Anyway, I hope this review wasn't as clear as mud and you find somewhat informative, especially those of you who are looking to get DS-X1 or it is on a short list. If you have, again, any question, any comment, put it down in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Overall, if I will rate this helmet 1 to 10, I will give it a strong 8. considering everything in terms of price, quality, functionality, and usability, for me will be, yeah, strong 8. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap things up. If you didn't do it, please click like and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Peace. Oh man, it's beautiful around here.